Good evening. Around 50 Chinese ships and fishing vessels were monitored in the West Philippine Sea as of February 26. In a press briefing, Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore Roy Vincent Trinidad, says this number has been fairly constant. According to Trinidad, there are 4 China Coast Guard vessels and 10 to 17 Chinese fishing vessels in Scarborough Shoal. Meanwhile, there are 2 China Coast Guard vessels and 4 fishing boats in Ayungin Shoal. Trinidad adds that a Chinese Navy warship was also monitored in Pag-asa Island, along with a CCG vessel and 16 fishing boats. 9 fishing boats were also spotted in Panata Island, while 2 were seen in Parola Island. In the previous update dated February 13, Trinidad said there were only 11 Chinese ships and fishing boats spotted in the West Philippine Sea. However, he did not provide the data for Scarborough Shoal.
These numbers, we compare this with the previous weeks, they seem to be fairly constant. Those in West Philippine Sea operate out of Mischief Reef. So they rotate from Mischief Reef as the safe harbor. They project those vessels to the other features in West Philippine Sea.
A Chinese aircraft was spotted patrolling over Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal for the first time in recent years. The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources reports that a gray helicopter with Chinese markings was seen in the area. Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, says that this is the first time in years a Chinese aircraft was seen patrolling over the airspace of Bajo de Masinloc. Philippine vessel signals have been reportedly jammed when venturing into the disputed area. However, Tariela says that the government will continue to uphold Filipino fisher folks' right to fish. The South China Sea issue will be included in President Bongbong Marcos's agenda when he visits Australia by the end of February and in March. In a palace briefing, Department of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Teresita Daza confirms that the South China Sea issue will be discussed by Marcos and other leaders in Australia. Marcos will go to Australia on February 28 to 29 for an official visit, where he will address the Australian Parliament, and on March 4 to 6 for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Australia Summit. Daza says that the Philippines has a strong defense and security relations with Australia and that this partnership has elevated from comprehensive to strategic partnership.
So in terms of defense and security, that will actually be talked. So in terms of defense and security, that will actually be. So in terms of defense and security, that will actually be talked. So in terms of defense and security, that will actually be talked, will be discussed. But also in terms of what's happening in the region, and what is happening within our region, one issue would be South China Sea.
Opposition Senator Risa Hontiveros is not backing down on her move to subpoena Apollo Quiboloy, the self-proclaimed appointed son of God and leader of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ. In a statement, Hontiveros insists on the power of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality to compel the attendance of witnesses, saying anyone should submit to Senate subpoenas no matter how well connected they are. The senator says Quiboloy's constitutional rights are respected, but he is not higher than the Senate nor the law. Hontiveros is leading the investigation on the alleged crimes committed by Quiboloy in his Kingdom of Jesus Christ as a chairperson of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality. Senator Hontiveros adds that the Senate is open to hear Quiboloy's side and that they are waiting for his appearance in Senate hearings. However, despite repeated invitations, the sect leader has yet to appear before the Senate probe to personally respond to all accusations hurled against him. In an audio statement released last week, Quiboloy dared Hontiveros to just file a case against him before a court. The Senate panel on public order on dangerous drugs orders the issuance of a subpoena against 2 suspects in the disappearance of beauty queen Catherine Camilon. Senator Raffy Tulfo moved the issuance of subpoena to suspects Police Major Alan Magpantay and his driver Jeffrey Magpantay. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, who was presiding over the hearing as committee chair, ruled in favor of Tulfo's motion. Both suspects skipped the panel's probe on Tuesday. De Castro said he is assisting his pregnant wife, while Magpantay said his lawyer is sick. Camilon was reported missing on October 12, 2023 and is yet to be found until now. On the night she disappeared, Camilon reportedly left her home in Batangas and drove a gray Nissan Juke. On November 7, witnesses recounted seeing the beauty queen bloodied and unconscious while she was being transferred by 3 men to a red Honda CR-V from her gray vehicle. A day after this, the vehicle was found in a vacant lot where the Philippine National Police Forensic Group found 17 hair strands, fingerprints, and 12 swabs of blood samples. Senator Nancy Binay says she is hoping that lessons have been learned following the vitamin C drip controversy in the Senate. Binay's remark came after Senator Robin Padilla sent her office a letter of apology, emphasizing that he does not intend to intentionally ignore the rules of the Senate. Padilla and his wife, Mariel Padilla, previously drew flack after the actress shared a photo of her receiving her dose of IV drip at the Senate. Binay, who chairs the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges, earlier expressed concern on the incident, stressing that the need to look closely into the matter because it involves issue of conduct, integrity, and reputation of the institution and matters that concern health and safety. In a letter sent to Senator Padilla on Tuesday, Senator Binay noted that she fully understands her colleagues' concerns regarding the incident. Binay says that this should serve as a lesson to all of them and that it is their duty as senators to protect the integrity of the Senate. Mariel has taken down the photo and apologized, saying she never intended to malign nor undermine the integrity and dignity of the Senate. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Philippine Navy says around 50 Chinese ships and fishing boats monitored in the West Philippine Sea. Senate panel summons suspects in beauty queen Catherine Camilon's disappearance. And Navotas Regional Trial Court finds one of 6 cops guilty of homicide in the killing of 17-year-old Jamboy Baltazar. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.